Hi Taurus, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here doing your October 2016 monthly tarot reading. Thanks for joining me. Whoops. So I'm going to do a category for work, a category for home, and a category for relationships. I'm doing these kind of late. It's October 2nd here, and fall's come to Vermont. It's really beautiful. The leaves are starting to change. The weather's nice. At least I think it's nice. I know not everyone likes that it's winter's coming. It sounds like Game of Thrones. Winter's coming. I've been binge watching Game of Thrones. Oh, it's so violent, but it's good. I had read the first book, so I just sort of shut my eyes on the violent parts. There are an extraordinary number of sociopaths and psychopaths in that world. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. So Virgo, I think I just got this card in the exact same place. Okay. Queen of Wands. Getting your mojo back. I was thinking about Austin Powers when I was shuffling your cards, and I'm learning to just realize that that's sort of the way things come through for me. I was just thinking of the spy who shagged me, and I know this is a weird reading. I'm talking about Game of Thrones and psychopaths, and now I'm talking about Austin Powers. But they steal his mojo, right? So I think the wands is the suit of your mojo, of your passion, of your and what inspires you, what fires you up, what gets you going. And so when the Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the reading, it's like I feel like you're needing to get your mojo back this week, this month, and finding ways to spark life in you again, and really feel enthusiastic about life and what you're doing. And it's paired with the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. It's you really want your mojo back. You really want to feel better. You want to be motivated. You want meaning. You want to be working towards something that's important to you, that you care about. You're emotional about it. It means something to you. Like the wands and the cups together is like passion and fulfillment all together, like both sides of that coin. Now you do have some more challenging cards on the table, but I think it's because you've had some challenging energies here that you are motivated to bring this Queen of Wands and Nine of Cups into your life. So in the work sector, you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is, I like to think of it, I've never run a marathon, nor will I ever. But I have to think when you hit like mile 20 and you have what, 6 more miles, I can't remember how long a marathon is, to go, it's like, holy hell, I cannot. How am I going to do this? Like, I would think that would be really difficult. Maybe it's great. Maybe for runners, you're like, only 6 more miles. Woohoo, no big deal. But I would think that those last miles are really tough, and that would be where I would give up way before then. But I would think that would be like, I don't know if I can do this. And so it's that final push, like you can do it. Yes, you've been beaten up some, you've persevered through a lot, but you have to keep going. So for those of you who've maybe started your own business or dreamed of your own business, it's like don't give up right before you're almost done. That's the energy. It's like you might not be able to um see over the horizon, but you just got to get a little closer and you'll be able to see the finish line. You're almost there. So persevere, try to keep that fire going. Um keep your enthusiasm up and stay true to yourself and keep working. For some of you, you may want to work with kids. You may feel like work and kids is kids are back in school and their homework, it's like your homework, and it's like it's a lot. You may just be like, oh my God, I don't have time then to work on the things that are meaningful to me. But, find the time. You can do it. Persevere. Really push yourself if you have an idea for a business. Whenever this card comes up in the work category, I like to think of it as, if you're not fulfilled with what you do now, look back to childhood or when you were younger, when like you were just out of college, or when, you weren't jaded by life and you were like, oh, I want to be an artist. I want to be a dancer. I want to be this or that. And what you used to do for fun, and see if there isn't possibly an adult way to make that into a career in the future. And it will take potentially a lot of perseverance and stamina and hard work, because you may have to get qualified for it, or you may have to work your quote unquote real job that has benefits until you get this other job off the ground. But don't give up. And sometimes, you have a great idea, like, I want to teach dance. I used to dance and I'm 45. So I'm not going to be a ballerina at this point, if I use myself as an example. Not that I want to be a dancer, but that's not realistic, okay? I could never be in the NBA. Not going to happen for, many, many, many reasons with my age and gender, or the WNBA, even that, my age, my height, not going to happen. But maybe I could, if I was really into basketball, I could teach basketball. I could volunteer. I could teach, I could volunteer at a school. Even if it doesn't become your main job, it can be fulfilling. It's the way it is with my tarot cards. I can't afford to quit my real job. Do I love my real job? It's okay. It's not my passion. It's not, no. But I have my cards, and that really brings a lot of joy, and it's something I do in my spare time anyway, so it doesn't even feel like work. If someday I could do it as my job, that would be fabulous. But and sometimes, honestly, I get discouraged because putting things on YouTube, you really open yourself up. You have to, sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this if people just are haters? But it's like, you know what? No, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for recognition and feedback, and it's like having a thick skin. I do it for me, and that's okay. And so people are entitled to their opinions, and they're valid on some level. And I just have to be like, I'm doing this for me, and it brings me a lot of joy, and just focus on that. So don't get too discouraged. Don't stop right before you're almost there. So keep going with whatever you're working at. In the home category, the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So there is some sort of, well, if there was strife, it's coming to an end. You on some level are done with it. Like this is my card for rock bottom. It's like I have beaten this situation to death. I've beaten myself up mentally. I've stressed about it. I've done everything I can. I've overthought it and overtalked it out, and it's like this thing is so done. You're not even gonna go there ever again. It's final. You've just reached the point where you're done. And you know how that happens. It's just like a light switch, and I'm out. I'm done. Not happening anymore. Not worrying about it, not dealing with it, taking action and fixing the situation. So if you have a roommate that just is inconsiderate or doesn't pay their rent or whatever, it's like you're kicking them out or you're leaving. Make sure you're, depending on if your name's on the lease or whatever, I'm going to remove myself or remove them from the situation. It's over. Even if it ruins a friendship, this is no friend should be as inconsiderate this person is. Maybe your kids are fighting all the time. It's like you're finally, maybe you've gotten to the point where you're just like, either you're just ignoring them and not trying to intervene and like, well, they can just fight it out themselves. If they want to be miserable and happy and fighting, or like, you're just like, if you guys, get to that level of fighting, I'm turning off the cable, or something like that. There's just something that you finally have gotten to the point where you're just not dealing with it anymore. And it's a really good thing. I mean, look at all these butterflies. You're just like, I'm done, not happening. I love this, how this random chicken's just like, I'm just eating ticks and bugs and minding my own business. Well, like, be the chicken. I know this sounds ridiculous. You guys are getting the weirdest reading. Be the chicken. It's like, if the other people want to be caught up in the drama, but you don't have to engage anymore. And it's going to be so freeing. And I feel like this is not a major thing. I don't feel like anyone's getting divorced. I don't feel like it's like a close relationship thing. But I feel like it's sort of the normal minutia of conflict that goes on with people and goes on in the home, and you're just not having any more of it. And some of you may literally, again, if it's like a roommate situation, you may move out and be like, I just want to be alone because I just can't deal with I just don't want to engage in or be around this drama. But it's going to transform your life. Again, those butterflies. It's going to be a really positive thing that you've gotten to this point. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back, and you're just like, I'm done. And you're going to feel really good and really peaceful about it because you're just not going to stress or worry about it anymore. You just literally physically, mentally just don't have the capacity to even, it's not even worth it anymore. In the relationship category, you have the High Priestess. I almost said High Priest. Your intuition, trusting your gut, and the Five of Pentacles. So this is an interesting card. I think this just came up, I said, for the other sign I did, maybe, who did I just do, Virgo? So it's really, if you look at her, she has her hands over her eyes. She's not willing to see. She's hiding behind this tree. She's not seeing the sun, the warmth, it's a little bit of the Eight of Swords energy, a denial. She's not seeing what's there. But in this case, instead of like her denial, it's a little bit of seeing things worse than they are, seeing this situation as just being so terrible, it almost seems unrecoverable. And there's all this warmth and brightness and enlightenment, and there's so much to learn from this situation. But when this card comes up, for whatever reason, and it's just a process, you're stuck in the worry and the feeling left out in the cold and the negative side of the experience, where there's a huge opportunity if she would just look at it in a little bit of a different way. Taking some time to be still and going within, listening to your gut, not listening to what other people tell you, in the sense that, okay, if someone tells you this situation, this is what happened. This person did this, this, and this, and that's fact, and that's what happened. But your gut may be saying, well, something about that doesn't seem right. Something about that is raising a red flag. Something about that so just listen to those. When you're around someone and you get that sense of something, listen to that, explore that. Sometimes when she comes up, someone is hiding something from you. This isn't a relationship category. Could be a significant other, could just be a friendship, someone at work, someone that you have a relationship with on some level. Someone may be hurting, or you may feel slighted by someone. Um, and so just, it's not the end of the world, I guess is what I want to say. And I feel like some of you guys may be stuck here, but remember, we have this Queen of Wands. It's like, I think you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not staying here anymore. Going with this energy, like you're going to get to the point where you're just refuse to stay stuck in that negative feeling, that negative thought pattern. And you're like, you know what, I don't want to live like this. I want to live like this. I want to live life and with passion and excitement, and it's almost like the Queen of Wands fire is what's just right over there. So get out there, get out. If you've gone through a breakup, get out of the house, go out with friends, take a class, do something you like to do when you were a kid, and just start living again, and just put one foot in front of the other. And think about, I know this one lady who got divorced, and she just was like, you know what? I always wanted to learn how to tango, and started taking tango classes. And her tango partner, 2 years later, ended up leaving his wife because he realized they were never more than, it wasn't, she didn't cause a breakup of the relationship. They never had a romantic relationship. But he realized that he sort of just got married and had kids because that's sort of what you did, and he had met this person and didn't have that passion, that connection. And but anyway, so she decided to take tango classes and ended up, because she had always wanted to do it, and ended up finding the perfect match for her. So if there are things like you want to do and you think, oh, I'd like to do that, and then you just sort of squelch it down because you think, oh, I can't do it for all these millions of reasons. Don't do that. Like, follow your dreams. Do things that you want to do, that excite you, that you dream about. Get out there, and I think you'll find that just don't tolerate being in a funk anymore. Just change your mindset. Like, I'm done. I'm just not staying in this negative state of mind, and get out there and start living again. And I think you're gonna get your mojo back a lot sooner than you think about. Be the chicken. Be the chicken that doesn't get sucked into the negativity. This is the weirdest reading. I don't even know what to say about it. But I think you're going to be coming out of October on fire. Like, really feeling good about things. Really feeling a spark for life, a spring in your step. You will have handled some situations you needed to, and be ready to move forward with excitement, following your dreams, and really feeling good about things. Oh, and I want to pull I think I've forgotten to do this for some signs. Oops. What is this? Daily guidance from your angels card. Let's pull one of these. Joy. Ooh, yeah, joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. Yes, this is how you're going to be leaving the month. It's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Sorry for this being the strangest video I've ever put out. Take care.